voters of Greece this weekend decided to stay the course in Europe, sparing the U.S. stock market and those around the globe a wild upheaval. The Dow closed down just 25 points today. But there is always that question, is another big jolt around the corner? And we have team coverage tonight with the president and world leaders at the Economic Summit in Mexico and in Greece, where voters narrowly brought the world back from the brink. Here's ABC's Nick Schifrin starting us off. Nick?
Diane, despite the collective sigh of relief that Greeks voted to stay with the euro, do not be fooled. There is an Olympian-sized crisis here. Unemployment is 22%, youth unemployment 51%. And here in the main business areas of Athens, a third of all shops have closed. And the government's supposed to deliver even more cuts, slash 150,000 of its own workers, cut $14 billion from its budget in order to get new loans. Without those loans, this country will be broke in just a few weeks. And if that happens, expect the shockwaves to go into American businesses and 401ks. Diane?
Okay, Nick, thank you for painting the portrait of Greece tonight. And that's exactly the urgent type of conversation underway at the Economic Summit in Mexico, where President Obama is trying to persuade European leaders to create more stability by taking bold action, even as the president of Russia threw the president of the United States an icy curveball. ABC's Jake Tapper is there.
President Obama knows that the U.S. economy and thus his re-election chances may be seriously infected by the contagion spreading from Greece to Spain and elsewhere if this problem is not contained. The election results in Greece had him breathe a sigh of relief.
The election in Greece yesterday indicates a positive prospect for not only them forming a government, but also them working constructively with their international partners.
But the president knows the road to solve the European economic crisis remains long and arduous. Already U.S. exports to Europe have slowed. Mr. Obama is pushing Europe to stop applying temporary band-aids as crises erupt. But it's been like herding cats to get all 17 Eurozone countries to agree on anything meaningful, such as establishing one powerful organization to police and insure all the banks throughout the 17-country Eurozone. But if body language and scowls are any gauge, dealing with the economic mess must have been like sunbathing on a beach here in Los Cabos compared to President Obama's 2-hour meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Putin is not exactly warm and giggly, but the dour expressions and lack of eye contact seem to personalize the serious tensions between the two men over Russia's continued aid to the Syrian government as it slaughters its own citizens, including children, in the street. U.S. officials pushed back on the notion that the body language between President Obama and Putin meant anything. They insisted the meeting was businesslike and progress on Syria was made.